Welcome back. The North Dakota women's basketball team split their Big Sky home games over the weekend, notching an 80-67 win against Weber State, but suffering a 68-55 loss on Saturday versus Idaho State. The win against Weber marked Travis Brewster's 100th victory at the helm of the UND program, but key player Fallon Freege suffered an injury in the game. For more on the Fighting Hawks, here's Alex Heinert with Coach Brew.
Thanks, Kelly. Hey, first off, Travis Brewster, I think congratulations in order. A big win on Thursday over Weber State, your 100th as a head coach here at the University of North Dakota. I know you're into the game-by-game approach and not into, obviously, personal accolades, but that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team thing, right? It's for the program. Obviously, Gene Roebuck has had many 100 wins, right? And then to be able to take over and have an opportunity. But it's, there's been a lot of players that have helped get to that point. And you look at, obviously, being the Big Sky attributed to that as well. And their administration and the coaches, right? So it's nice in that aspect, but I'm more happy to share it with the people around.
Yeah, the win came in a big way over Weber State team that was tops of the conference on Thursday. A game in which, we had joked a little bit last week about how the girls just need to see the ball go through the hoop, get a little bit of confidence, feel okay with making shots. They did that in the first quarter, and both teams did. 12-14 from behind the three-point arc. Two teams that were pretty hot to start that contest.
Yeah, I thought Weber State was just extremely hot. I think we were just trying to heat up, and they were full go, and they were knocking down even tough shots. I thought our defense was pretty good, pretty stout at times, and they made key baskets. But we responded to that, and obviously with the injury to Fallon, that was a big deal. Yeah. And the team rallied and did a nice job. But it was interesting there that first quarter.
It was, certainly. Weber State ended up pulling themselves into a bit of a 10-point position in the third quarter, and then things flipped. You go on a 21-0 run between the third and the fourth. The defense stepped up. What do you think keyed that change to take over the game late?
Well, I think the biggest thing is we harp on that and work on that all year long about defense is going to win you a game, and we finally realized that, hey, we're in striking distance here. We got to try to slow them down, stay the course in that. And Jill Morton was a big key to that. I mean, she's their best player, and she was working on both ends. She's a two-way player for us, and when you look at that, that's key, right? And she was getting it done on the defensive side, and she was getting it done offensively, and the rest of the team followed suit.
Yeah, Jill went for 25, a career high for her. You get the 80-67 win. You mentioned Fallon, though. That was a big loss, obviously. She rolled her ankle badly in the first quarter. What's her status moving forward?
You know what? It's one of those things that she's going through the appointments and things like that, starting her rehab. You can't replace Fallon Freege. She's a dynamic player for us, and we have to move forward. We have to figure out a way to play. Right, and we want her to get back as soon as possible.
Yeah, without Fallon, you took on Idaho State on Saturday here at the Betty, and it was a good start for your team. Things started well against the team that does play the best defense in the league from start to finish, and then things kind of started to stagnate a little bit in the second quarter. What were the Bengals doing to slow you down?
Well, I thought the biggest thing that they did when they were switching screens and stuff, we didn't identify when they went underneath the screen, and we didn't take those shot opportunities that were there that we even took on Thursday night. It was the same shots. It was just versus a zone versus a man, and you got to knock those shots down even on Saturday. So, you got to credit Idaho State how they played physical, strong defense.
Yeah, it was still a close game in the second half. Lexi Clabo kind of took the team on her back a little bit. You could see her trying to step up and carry the load without her junior classmate out there. She goes for another 20-point plus game, but just the secondary scoring just wasn't there in this one.
Yeah, and that happens, right? And that's where, again, we have to be better on the defensive side. I thought they did some nice things offensively and really took advantage of some size situations. And they got some key offensive boards. But at the same time, when you look at what Lexi was doing, she was attacking the rim, from the perimeter, attacking from the inside. We just needed another player to kind of get rolling a little bit, and we weren't in a flow on the offensive side or defensive side the whole game.
Yeah, Idaho State able to pick up the 68-55 victory, and so now you go back onto the road, and like you said, it's difficult at this time in the season to try and pick up momentum on the road like that, but a couple opportunities against teams at the lower half of the league in Southern Utah and Northern Arizona coming up.
Yeah, well, I guess I look at it like this, is for us, it's the game that we got to play on the road, and we're playing at their place, right? And you have to figure out a way to get it done, and we're going, obviously with the team that we have, and I'm confident with the team that we have. We just got to continue to figure out some things.
These are two teams that you've not seen, which is a little bit unique to be this late in the season to be playing teams for the first time, and you'll be doing that in 4 of your next 5 games. Is it a little refreshing to get kind of the first look at somebody new, or would you rather have seen these teams earlier in the season have a little better face-to-face scouting?
for me, it doesn't matter. You know, it's the game that we got to play. I'm always excited about the next game. For our players, though, it's going to be a little bit refreshing, right? It's going to be able to play some teams that we haven't seen and be able to try to take it to them.
Yeah, Southern Utah coming up 7:30 Central in Cedar City, followed by NAU on Saturday at 6. Coach, safe travels down to the Southwest. We'll see you back here next week.
Yep, appreciate it, my man.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
Yep, Kelly, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Alex. So the UND women are on the road for their next 3. You can find links to live audio, video, and stats on UNDsports.com. Next on the show, we'll send it down to Vermillion. Jay Elson catches up with USD women's basketball head coach Don Plitzuweit. Stay right here.